Hello and welcome to the Project's TooNami Night podcast. I am your host Smokey, and who's joining with me today?
Me,
All right, cool.
Spooge, Spooge McFuck, the fucking the motherfucking octopus from space.
Oh yes, embrace. All right,
There's an
so
introduction for you.
to to start out, of course, this is the TooNami Night podcast where we talk about various animes that we are watching in our TooNami Night block that we made up.
Yes.
Today we will be talking about Attack on Titan seasons 1 and 2. This was supposed to be an episode just dedicated to season 1, but
I mean, we already we already experienced season one sort of. I mean, there's
but
definitely a lot that I missed.
the main reason why it became season 1 and 2 though is because we need fucking answers.
Yes,
Like
and
this
we got some.
we got like 2 or 3, but not any answers worth anything, to be honest. It's
25% of the story's been explained so far, I'd say.
I'd say 10% of the story's been explained so far.
Maybe 15. We'll say 15.
Yeah, I can go with 15. Season 1 doesn't answer shit, though. If you're going into season 1 expecting any answers, you might as well just hamper your expectations because you're not going to find out shit.
That's a pile of questions this season one.
Yeah, season 1 is so fucking aggravating to watch. Especially if you go into it like we did when we first watched it.
Mm-hmm.
We went into it thinking it was gonna be a solely like a horror anime, and then of course he becomes the Titan, and it becomes something completely different. Though they are ramping up the horror aspects a little bit in season 2, I've noticed.
I think it feels like they might have like didn't want to go all out on the violence in the first season until they got a following, and then they just kind of went balls to the wall in season two.
Yeah, maybe it definitely their kills in season 1 are definitely a lot safer than they are in season 2. Season 2 they're ripping people apart and everything. In season 1 they were literally just swallowing everybody whole.
Yeah, to the point when we thought it was like a plot point.
Yeah, like it was very aggravating that it just switched all of a sudden. I guess it's good that they like diminished that theory that we were having, but
Yeah.
I just wish they started out like that because it would have been much better for the series.
Hmm. But definitely for whatever, like maybe they even I don't know like how the history of this of like how it aired in Japan, but maybe they were on a more strict channel and then maybe they switched. That's what it almost feels like. It almost feels
Maybe.
like the kind of change when something like gets onto HBO or something, you know?
Yeah, in Japan, some of those channels are extremely strict. Like some channels, they literally won't let them color in blood, so blood will literally be white throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
Seven Deadly Sins actually suffered that in season 4. All throughout season 4, the blood's completely white, and that is super jarring because they switch it up again in season 5 because they get off that channel.
But they must have like their own kind of like answer to HBO where it's just like, yeah, you could do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, and they
Make it
definitely got
good.
on that channel, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2 is not as long. It's only 12 episodes, which is very jarring as well. It's a very quick season.
Yeah, and it's I kind of like that they went a little bit kind of balls to the wall. I wasn't as angry about like the thing because I mean I already was angry at season one, so all my anger already kind of happened in season one. So I was just kind of like, I mean, even though I wasn't satisfied with the answers that were given in season two. Uh, I mean it. I
It
really
definitely,
like the Beast Titan and stuff, and the fact that they just kind of like fucked our brains with him.
yeah, I was gonna say they definitely made the series a lot more interesting than I thought they were going to make it. I thought it was literally just gonna be like Aaron fighting the female Titan. He gets a power boost. Then he goes and fights the armored Titan. He gets a power boost, and then he goes finishes off the colossal Titan. Gets another power boost, and then Aaron's the protector of humanity. Blah blah blah. They don't need the walls anymore. But
Mm.
no, they. This is spoiler warning from here on
Yes.
out. There are fucking the walls themselves are titans
Which
encased in titan flesh that is like hardened stone, which is very.
or yeah, I don't know if it's like they're inside the stone and stone's built around
No,
them.
they uh Zoe, thankfully our favorite character, she clarified that the same stone has the same molecular structure as the ice crystal formation around the female Titan. I cannot
Oh
Annie.
shit!
Yeah, yeah. You, I guess you missed that, but yes, they're the same molecular structure. That's why she was looking at the crystalline off of Annie under a microscope to compare the substances, and they're exactly the same. So yeah,
Like
the
maybe it's a
walls are literally
repellent.
made out of Titan flesh.
Yeah, but we can only assume what it's for because other than explaining that part, which just kind of adds more questions, they never explain why
No, and
it
the
attacks.
priests, oh, the fucking priests know. They fucking know. That's what I hate about it. Like they know, and they're not telling anybody
They definitely shown that the church is super sus in this season.
for sure. And they didn't want the Titan. I'm going to assume if the Titan in the wall saw the sunlight, it would wake it up and it would destroy the wall completely, and then they would
Mm.
have a huge Titan fiasco on their hands.
Yeah.
I really I know I should be more focused on the plot of the basement and everything, but I'm really interested in the wall titans. That's what I want to know about. Did we?
I mean, I doubt we're even getting to the basement even in season 3 anyway, so it's like
I
fine. We'll
actually
just put that on the shelf for now.
I did a little sneak peek. Episode 19 of season 3 is titled Basement.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so we might be getting some answers. I know I shouldn't be doing that. I'm a little spoiling myself with doing that, but I just had to. I had to know. I didn't
Which
I
which
didn't watch
which you
anything or
know that
anything. I
the
just looked at
3
the thumbnails.
episodes before it are going to be just spent on getting to the basement.
Yeah, which that's fine. I don't care.
Mm,
They have plenty of time to answer some questions along the way.
mm,
They definitely opened up a few plot lines as well in season
mm-hmm.
2 that I don't know where they're gonna go with it. I'm
This show
ups
kind of feels like a D&D battle, like a D&D campaign playing out. That's
kinda
why like it gets
kinda.
real slow in between. Like when you're trying to get to point A to point B, there's like so much shit in between of just trying to fight.
Yeah, definitely. I'm upset they didn't successfully kidnap him. In
Mm.
the end, I felt that
Yeah, I
was a
want to
lot
see
of
the
build up for
home that they were
nothing.
talking about. Yeah.
Like I think it would have been better if Aaron was like, "Hey, no, like leave. You're like I'm staying with them so I can get information." That would have been a
Mm-hmm.
lot. That would have been a lot smarter on Aaron's part. But Aaron's got this bloodlust for Titans that he's just not gonna let go, and that's very aggravating for the main protagonist just to be like bloodthirsty savage.
But
It's
yeah,
understandable.
I'd be more angry about it if they didn't already kind of set it up in his history.
Yeah, like I said, they did set it up, but I just wish at this point in time he starts learning a bit more instead of just going all out with his rage, because it's definitely starting to cause problems.
Mm-hmm. Definitely is.
Uh, Mikasa, let's talk about Mikasa. Um,
She's.
she's a major problem too.
What are you
She,
doing, step bro?
yeah, that and she will not. If you're a female, you don't even look Aaron's way, or for some odd reason, she will get the odd assumption that you like Aaron,
You'll get the grudge eyes, yeah.
and yeah, and then she will just like if she gets the chance to attempt to kill you, she oddly takes it.
Hmm.
She's attempted murder a few times in this over Aaron.
She goes crazy on Titans too.
Yeah, she was especially mad at Annie for like I know it was more or less like because she was the female Titan and everything and a traitor,
Yeah.
but she was like, "You touched Aaron." I was like, "The fuck is that about, Mikasa?"
Yeah, I mean, we definitely get. She definitely like confesses more or less in the last episode.
Yeah, she's very possessive. She wants to own. She doesn't love. I'm gonna state that this is a very unhealthy love. She doesn't love Aaron. She wants to own Aaron.
Yeah, it seems like Aaron. I feel like Aaron almost seems like he wants to keep it a sibling type of thing because it's he. She goes in for a kiss, but he's just like, "I'll protect you forever."
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh shit. That it just I hate that she was my favorite character when we first watched this, and now she's my least favorite character because she's the most problematic.
Mhm. I mean, I understand they're not related.
No, yeah, they're not related, but they were still raised, and you still shouldn't feel that way by about a sibling that you were raised. That's just not okay. I understand that that's a close bonding situation that you're put in with a non-blood relative, but you gotta keep it cordial.
Yeah, but also it's like, I mean, for the time too, that was pretty common and not like looked down upon because everyone was about everyone really put an importance on blood,
Yeah, yeah,
for
that
like medieval times,
and that's another thing. I can't track down what time era this is from. I want to say this was like World War I type deal. The Germans are definitely the ones. I hate that. Like all the shows
We
that
never really confirmed that it was Germans.
we can't confirm they were Germans, but they had the outfits.
They had they had like they still had like flintlock type of pistol, like not pistols,
Yeah,
rifles
that's
and
the
stuff.
only thing that's
You could say
getting
it's
me.
turn of the
They
century.
still had muskets. That I still don't understand what's going on with that. That's why
Which we still used some in World War I, but they're being. I mean, by the time of like in between
that's what I'm
eighteen
saying.
like
I think
90 and
it's
stuff, they're getting
kind of before
pushed
World
out.
War. I think it's before World War I.
Hmm.
I
Which there was wars before then too. I mean, because it could still be Prussians,
but I it just the uniform
which is
screamed
Germans.
German to me. That's all I'm gonna say. And the fact that they kind of
It would have been
still
Prussians if it was World War I.
all
I'm
the
just saying.
German they have a shit ton of German names. You got to put that
Hmm.
into perspective. Like they have so many German names.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So it could be Prussia. It could be Prussia.
yeah, yeah. But I'm gonna say Germany, but it could be Prussia.
I mean, we're saying the same thing. It's if it was World War I, then it'd be Prussia. That's Germany.
Okay, gotcha. Well, not too. I figured Germany was Germany the whole time.
Germany became Germany. I mean, it became Deutschland after. That was the Nazis that
Gotcha.
brought that about. But it was the Prussian. It was like the Prussian fucking kingdom or some shit with keep their
Gotcha.
fucking
But
bullshit.
yeah, it's and that's another thing. That's another question that they need to answer is what time period is this from?
Hmm. Were they Hessians?
Uh,
That'd be a little farther back.
yeah, yeah. Let's get back onto characters. The third main character, Armin.
I mean,
Uh,
he's grown on me.
uh,
He's a little. He's a little. I guess he's supposed to be like throughout this. Like
I
I think
think he's
maybe
the
at this
actual
point he's
main
like 16.
character.
You think he's the actual main character?
Yeah, because he's going through the most growth.
Hmm.
Aaron's really not going through any change. Really,
I mean, he's
he's
kind of hit an arc now. I mean, he's getting broken down again. That's what it keeps happening. He gets like broken down, and then built back up, and then broken down again.
yeah, but that's not really character changing when every time he gets broken down,
That's what
His
I'm saying. Like he's not
answer,
changing.
Aaron's
He's stuck
answer
in a
is
loop.
always, "I want to kill Titans. I'm gonna obliterate all the Titans." That's Aaron's goal from day one, and that's never gonna change. And his character arc is going to center around that. Armin's character arc was he wanted to get out and see the outside world, and now he's going through all this horrific shit that it's kind of like humbling himself a bit, and it's changing him a lot. I'm telling you, Armin's going through the most change. Aaron is exactly the same person he was from day one. Even before the Titans attacked, he still had like an urge to join the scout regiment and go out and serve. And the scout regiments, that's all they do is go out and do expeditions and kill Titans. So
Yeah,
that was always Aaron's main goal.
yeah, which makes sense because Aaron has been set up as a stubborn character. That's why he's stuck in the loop of like not actually growing, but like being stuck in the tragedy loop. He's in the Batman loop. But but yeah, with Armin, it makes sense that he's gone through the most character growth too, because I think he's the youngest character.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I believe he is.
I think at this point he's finally maybe just hit 16 by season two. He might be. I think they actually there's a good time jump. I think I might have spoiled myself just on that when I was looking up ages that there's gonna be a kind of a time jump in the middle of season three.
Gotcha. Which that's fine. That's fine. And
I was seeing when we could loot people.
yeah, if you can get a little closer to your microphone, please.
I'm super close to it.
It sounded like you were super far away for a second. My bad.
Oh, I think I had it too close to my ear. But yeah, go on.
Uh, yeah, yeah, definitely. I really I love the time how they're progressing time in it because it's very fluid and it's very understanding when they do time jump because they don't want to show all the boring stuff of them becoming soldiers. We don't need to see that. We need to see them in action because that's when you truly in this world become the actual soldier is in the field. It's not the actual training and everything. The training does nothing for anybody. You can be one of the most elite trained and you'll still get munched.
Yeah, it's really experience of like surviving and becoming stronger from what you learn from that.
Yeah, you really got to have the experience. You can't just there's no natural there is a bit of natural born talent going around with at least Mikasa.
Mikasa definitely. Yeah.
Mikasa definitely she has a natural, but everybody else has a bit of a learning curve that they got to go through.
That's what I like about Aaron. Despite them giving him like an OP power, they really like they do like cut it, and they do show like, I mean, especially when he's in his human form, like he gets. I think he just like recently just got kind of as like a first official kill of a Titan too, like not in his Titan form. So
Yeah,
they
if
really
I'm not
show him as
mistaken, yeah, they're a
like a
lot of
lead
them aren't
character.
even like actually killing any Titans. They're just assisting and killing Titans
So
because
they've
they're
kept
still
the stakes
learning.
pretty well. Like they've been keeping the stakes pretty good because like even though we know that like certain main characters are probably not going to die at the very least yet, there's still certain other ones, especially when they start focusing on them, that you start going like, uh oh.
Oh man, don't even get me started. I can't get attached to any fucking character because as soon as I do, munch or stomp,
Mm-hmm.
and then after they get stomped into a fucking tree, they're gonna be shown 3 or 4 episodes later their corpse just chunked out of the back of a fucking wagon. Just
And then a season later, in a flashback.
yeah, yeah, like, and if you don't know, I'm talking about a character named Petra. Spoiler warning: don't get fucking attached to Petra. They go hard on her. Oh my fucking god. That I have never had a show me one character like I didn't even get that attached to her at first. It was just a joke at first, but then she grew on me, and I was like, fuck yeah. And then she gets stomped into a fucking tree.
Mm-hmm. In fear.
Like,
But yeah, that's kind of like that goes back to like the good stakes of it too, because like Petro is part of like an
yeah,
elite
they're
scout group
oh
too. They're like super experienced.
that whole elite squad got wiped the fuck out.
The ones that weren't Titans, yeah.
Levi's the only one that survived.
Yeah. Well, Levi's the one that gets his arm ripped off later, and he's still kicking ass, right?
No, that was the commander. That was
Mm.
the commander, Irwin.
He's still alive, and he didn't
Yeah,
didn't he
he's
just have
still
like no
alive.
arm?
He just got he's missing an arm now.
He's still fucking leading leading his troops that are just getting wiped out left and right.
Which I'm not gonna lie, that was a bad call on his part. But
Mhm.
I can say you can chalk it up to the adrenaline in him was keeping him going and keeping him wanting to complete the mission.
Definitely, that's definitely like when valor becomes not a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely should evacuate. They should have just let them have Aaron, because Aaron would have gotten so much information because they were going to the Beast Titan. They were going to the fucking Beast Titan, dude. They were running to the Beast Titan and they were stopped.
Hmm.
Why?
Which I guess I wonder if they do because they alluded that like the two Titans were they didn't really know as much, but you could chalk it up to maybe they're just scared that he was even brought up.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm very curious on them. It seemed like they knew somewhat.
Because I know Reiner's gone crazy, so he's.
Oh,
But
Reiner's got
I felt
split
like the other dude
personality
knew
going
what was
on.
going on. Like
Reiner
what is his
definitely
name,
got
Berthold or some shit?
Bertrold, or yeah, it's a very German name that I can't pronounce.
Who's who? By the way, is the Bert Berthold or whatever the fuck his name is the giant Titan that
Colossal
starts it
Titan,
all, and yeah, he's the
and
colossal Titan, and the armored Titan is Reiner.
I called Reiner being the armor Titan because if you pay attention, the female Titan, her hair and her eyes. I didn't get the eyes from Reiner, but the female Titan, her eyes and her hair are exactly the same in female and Titan form. So I was like,
Yeah, and
Reiner's the only.
Reiner's yeah, he's there. They focus on him, and yeah, he's got the same haircut. They almost. I wonder if they kind of did a soft red herring on that other dude that had the same haircut too.
Didn't that guy die though?
No, he's still alive.
You
He was the one
talking?
that wanted to join the guard thing
Oh, and
for a
then he
while, and then
ended
he
up
joined the
joining the
scouts.
scouts. Yeah, the
Mhm.
dude, he's still alive. Yeah, he's still kicking. The Mark, he was he wasn't in love with Marco's friend.
Yeah, he's got like the kind of like grayer, spiky hair,
Yeah, yeah, his more grayish hair.
which that's why I thought like I knew it wasn't him, but I was like almost wondering like because the armor Titan's hair is like the same as Reiner's, except that it's like it's white, you know.
Yeah, I guess they kind of changed the hair. They kind of wanted to do a red herring, but it just it Reiner
It
screamed
would
the
make
armor.
sense. Yeah, yeah,
Once
yeah,
they pointed out, Reiner just screams armor Titan throughout the whole,
yeah,
even
yeah.
season one.
But I was just wondering if that dude was like kind of like a failed red herring, or maybe
It
like
could
they didn't
be,
go far with it.
but they never alluded to it though. That's the
Mhm.
thing. Even when, because he's the one that was lost in the alley, and his device was broken. He had to take the one off the dead person to use.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
So, and have a feeling that even though they would blow their cover a little bit, if they got into too much of a risky situation, that they would have activated their Titan powers.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
And
this
also, we showed him like throw a Titan too.
yeah, the armor Titan is super strong. He can chunk Titans like it's nobody's business.
And Reiner, I think, took a bite too.
Yeah, he took a bite from a Titan and he chunked a Titan. He threw a Titan in human form. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
Like he
yeah,
can
yeah. That's what.
throw
Yeah,
he can throw Titans like it's nobody business in human form. So he's just too strong not to be the armored Titan.
yeah.
What threw me was Ymir being a Titan. I was expecting Krista to be a Titan, and Ymir's Titan design, it grew on me a little bit. I don't care for her face. I wish they gave her a better face, but I
Mhm.
like that they're giving them different designs. They're not all the same kind of Titan.
Yeah, she was like a little smaller, like fucking tree jumping one.
Yeah, more animalistic one, which was cool. And she can talk.
Yeah, and apparently, and she gave us a really like, and that's why I was wondering maybe it connects with what Aaron's backstory is. She alluded that she's like been around for like more than 50 years. You
Yeah,
know, 'cause
she's
she was
been
like
around for
wandering and was
years.
buried under the dirt and was wandering before that too, like outside the walls for like a long time.
And
Because I
then
guess
she
that's
woke
what.
up and then Reiner and Brotal and another dude woke her up and she accidentally ate that other dude,
Yeah,
giving them a little bit of connection. I wonder if they had their powers then,
yeah, I don't know.
because they were wandering outside the wall.
Hmm. Or if that's maybe out there at some point is when it activated. I wondered if like the first wall breaking of like when Aaron was a kid was like maybe their first activation because they kind of alluded that like when you first get activated you don't have as much control.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think that it was their first activation and they're actually being remotely controlled by the Beast Titan.
Yeah.
Because the Beast Titan seems to have a level of control over the Titans that Aaron now has as well, in human
Hmm.
form, which is
Oh
great.
yeah.
Which I don't really care for. It's a bit stupid. They better fucking explain it, but it's okay, I guess.
I mean, I know this is before, but it kind of reminded me of Neo, just having the push powers.
Yeah, for sure. It
Stop
definitely
doing all
kind
the
of
other cool
killed
shit.
it killed the momentum of that whole scene. Actually, to be honest, them revealing that.
Yeah, that's what because like at this point, like they already introduced his Titan form, but I like his Titan form. Now you can just expand on the Titan form, you know?
Yeah, instead of expanding on him in general. But I guess since Aaron is technically at this current junction in the show, the main character, they have to give him the most power ups.
And I guess I understand too, because it's like he's relying on the Titan form, and he wants to, defeat them as a human. So I see that theme.
Yeah, for sure. He doesn't really care for Titans, which is very a very good theme. Like you're becoming the very thing you hate, and
Hmm.
I wonder if they're gonna play on that. I wonder if the Titan inside of him's gonna eventually start corrupting him.
Yeah, because I don't even know or if it was, but like now he's not even like turning into a Titan. So I wonder if they just kind of skipped that possibility. Because I thought that's what they're gonna get kind of start going for, like when he turned into a Titan and went after Mikasa.
Yeah, see that? Yeah, that's probably what they're foreshadowing to,
Hmm.
and it's Mikasa.
Yeah, Mikasa's
Mikasa.
Mikasa. That's what I always say.
Fuck
Mikasa's
yes.
Mikasa.
Mikasa. All right, so how about well let's get
There's
into our
still, I feel like there's still more. Yeah, there's a
yeah
lot going on in the series.
let's get into our two favorite characters. Well, I don't know. Is Sasha one of your favorite characters?
Uh, she hasn't gotten as much time. Like she's always fun when she's there, but I'd say she hasn't gotten as much screen time in this one.
Yeah, for sure. She definitely is being
Especially
put in the background, which I do not like. She needs to be put in the foreground a little more. And then we have
Zoe's gotten more.
Hang Zoe. Yes, Hang Zoe. Oh, I fucking okay. First of all, okay. Do you can we both agree that we on the Projects TooNami Night podcast identify Hang Zoe as female?
Uh, I wouldn't hunt. I mean, in the show, I'd say, but like that's what I want. I want to clear this up because this wasn't something that was just on the internet that people just like assigned. Uh, in the manga, her gender is purposely ambiguous,
Got you,
and then
got you.
then they kind of localized almost like when they made it into not localized, but they changed it kind of for safe reasons, since it was still kind of a turn at kind of a different time. It's just kind of getting into the more woke era, and they made her female, and then there's some backlash, and then they I could tell that they've been slowly kind of backpedaling.
I want to identify her as female.
Like they started calling her with Miss, and then using female pronouns at the beginning. Yeah, I, I I need to actually look and make sure, but like I don't know if they have been in season two. Which I mean, if they just kind of had her kind of slowly change and her voice slowly get deeper and deeper, it's almost kind of like a subtle like I could see like okay, I could accept her going through this journey just kind of in the background.
Yeah, but I wish they'd allude to it if she was going. I wish she'd at least mention one character needs to call her Miss, and she needs to be like, "Hey, that's not okay." Until then, I'm
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
identifying her as female.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I'd say it's safe to say she's female. I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna get fully mad at like people
No,
doing
I'm
that
not mad
because
at it.
in the manga she's established as being gender neutral.
I just want to establish for our podcast we are identifying her as female. That's all.
Sure, yeah. Sure.
Okay, so yeah, and I I'm not gonna lie, I prefer her being female because it makes her a better fucking character.
I don't think it really. I feel like if they just established it a little bit better at the beginning or something, I think it wouldn't make any change.
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't matter,
Mm-hmm.
but that's my problem with it is they are not establishing it within the anime itself, so I don't want to put that on them.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I'm
know,
just saying that I understand why people identify her with that. And I see why they're directing it a little bit
I'm
like
just
that.
saying
They're kind of
it
trying to have
it
their
would
cake and
be
eat it
okay.
too.
Okay, the reason why I say it would be better, it makes her a better character, her being female, is because she's a strong female character without being sexualized whatso fucking ever.
Yeah, yeah.
That
She's
like,
still not really sexualized in the comic. I mean, in the manga either. I
well,
think they
yeah,
they
but
just
in the
kind of just don't
manga
ever
she's not
really
trying to
refer
be
to her.
in the manga she's not. It's ambiguous what her gender is, but in the
Yeah,
anime she's a female and she's not sexualized whatsoever, and she's a
yeah, yeah,
strong
yeah.
female character that's not, and she's done perfectly, and just having her not be female just kind of ruins it for me because it's like, no, you're doing right having her female.
I honestly, I yeah, I totally understand what she's saying, and I agree to a point. But also, I'd say if she was like if she was trans or like genderqueer, especially in the context of like Japanese media, that it's also pretty empowering that they have someone like that also isn't sexualized either. Because you notice that like a lot of kind of like kind of like trans characters, and especially in Japanese media, are definitely sexualized.
Yeah, for sure. We actually just fucking we literally just watched an episode from the 90s of the Yu Yu Hakusho where they sexualize a trans person actually.
And they even if they did the story well in Cowboy Bebop, they still sexualized Ren.
Yeah. So, yeah, that I understand what you're saying. I am more for having the strong female characters that aren't sexualized because when it comes to anime, if you're a female, then your number one job is sex appeal, and that gets annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want ass and tits while I'm watching my fucking cartoons.
Desert Punk. But
Like
anyway,
some
yeah.
having some is okay, but having a whole female where that's literally just their character is their chest and a bust.
Desert Punk.
Mhm.
Just interrupt the story just to have some tit time. Yep. Desert punk. Wasted potential. But yeah, anyway. But yeah, I understand. Yes, good, strong female character. I agree.
And that's why I want to identify her as female. It's and this series, to be honest, has a great little LGBTQ relationship going on.
Oh yeah, they definitely like it's kind of veiled as a friendship thing, but it's pretty intense. That's why I say that this show kind of like has those representations, but keeps them super subtle in a way that almost feels like they're kind of trying to like appeal to both sides. You know what I mean?
I don't I didn't find it to be subtle. I found it they're trying to be respectful of the what they're trying to um damn it.
I'm just saying, like, it made sense because of how like hard of heart Ymir is. That like no one said like I love you or anything like that yet,
Yeah,
and that they can't really
that's what I'm
give
saying.
their full emotions. Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to. They're being more respectful and they're doing it like more. There, it seems like it's happening a lot more naturally than it's just, hey, these two females look at each other and they fall in love and they love each other and they're gonna be together.
this
No,
is like a female Spartan bond that
yeah,
we've been seeing. This
they have a natural bond going on that's just you don't see. I have not seen in a single anime whatsoever.
Amazonian bond.
Like it is very. I have to say it's done so well that I really hope they continue with it. Like if Historia and fucking Ymir don't end up kissing in the end, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Mm. See, that's what I kind of wonder. That's why I wonder if they'll like allude to something, but if they had the balls to go through because politics of that is a little weird in Japan. It's always like dependent on the area, but there is some heavily like conservative kind of parts of like of censorship with that. Um, like a lot of these seasons are newer enough that I wouldn't be surprised if they could finally take that step. You know,
I really hope they can. I really hope they can.
because
Because anime needs it.
this almost feels like early Cartoon Network, like kind of gay couples when they're doing as much as they can to have like cross the line, but there's still a line that they're like an old old school old fart line that they can't cross.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with that.
The type of line that Adventure Time finally took like at their very last episode as a close off. And that was just because they're ending.
So, is there any more characters we can talk about?
Let's oh yeah, there's we'll we'll do one last character that'll allude to another part of the conversation of Attack on Titan. Let's talk about Pixies.
Pixis? General
Pixis,
Pixis?
yeah. Yeah. Talk about him. He hasn't really been much of a presence in season 2.
No.
He's bigger in season 1,
Yeah, for sure.
which he was very charming character.
Very charming character. What you have to say about Pixis?
Well, I know you thought you thought he was the colossal titan at first, didn't you?
Yes, I did think he was the Colossal Titan. Just the fact that I know it was a bit of a stretch, but the Colossal Titan is mainly got no flesh, but he's bald,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a small piece of flesh that's kept right under his nose that kind of looks like a mustache. So I was like,
Yeah,
maybe because none of the Titans, I haven't seen a single Titan except the Beast Titan that has facial hair. So I was
yeah.
like, maybe that's like that I was like, maybe that's alluding that that's a mustache right there.
Mm.
But I was completely wrong on that. And I also, for some reason, I mistakenly thought he was wanting to find a pregnant female Titan.
Oh yeah, that'll get. Yeah, he says that as a joke. Oh yeah, but and we did confirm that he just wanted a drop dead gorgeous one.
Yeah, drop dead gorgeous one. I don't know where I got the pregnant from. I have no clue. But I
You already what
actually
you wanted to see.
I wish that was a part of his character.
But let's kind of move into the fetish aspects of the show.
It's definitely a vor. Definitely a more hardcore vor, but definitely a vor.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, they definitely have a eating fetish. Just from the sheer fact that in the first season, they kind of show humans inside the Titan's stomach a couple of times,
Mm.
and they
And I
just
wonder.
swallow. They swallow people whole. The only time they didn't swallow people whole was Aaron's mom. She gets munched in half, and
Mm,
Aaron, when he got munched, his arm goes flying off. But everybody else gets eaten whole in
yeah.
season one.
Mm-hmm.
Like very clean eating for Titans. But in season two, it's like they're playing with their food now. It's like the fuck's going on?
And I wondered if on like a softer core scale, Sasha like just ripping into bread too.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. They Sasha definitely she definitely gives into it for sure because she stole the slab of meat and couldn't like control herself shaking.
Mm-hmm.
Kidley, fucking love Sasha so much.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to. I was wondering. It wasn't sus until he made that comment. Until Pixis made that comment though, because you could see like how this could just be a horror one, like a horror shonen, just kind of like in people who were into that would just like jump onto it, like, and it wouldn't be like connected. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then someone had to make a comment.
Mm-hmm. So I wonder maybe if just like one person in there that had it, kind of like how like people who make
And to be
cartoons that are kind of
honest,
furry-ish, but they aren't furries themselves, but they hire a bunch of furries.
I'm not I shouldn't we shouldn't really be surprised that there is one human cuz Zoe kind of shows an attraction to it, but it's more of a scientific attraction to Titans.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't really be surprised someone end up fetishizing them within this world because you're
I mean,
around
she
them.
blushes when Aaron responds to her in his Titan form.
Yeah, yeah, and Mikas gave her the grudge eyes.
Yep.
Like Mikasa saw that. I remember that. That's another fucking example of Mikasa just like you cannot just no. Like just don't even be attracted to Aaron. I'm not. I would not be just to stay safe.
So what do you think they're gonna do with that relationship? You think Aaron's just gonna like kind of keep it platonic?
Um, I don't know why, but I have a feeling Aaron's gonna become the main villain.
Hmm,
I
that'd be
think
interesting.
yeah. I just he's too bloodlusty to be a hero. You know. I
Yeah.
understand what they're killing and what he's bloodlusting after aren't humans, but they're human enough. And if our theories are correct, they technically are humans, just some done scientifically modified somehow to be grotesque, idiotic monsters that can't really control themselves. And and of course, Connie's mom was obviously transformed into a Titan,
Mm-hmm.
and They might be just slaughtering innocent people. They might need to be slicing instead of slicing horizontally, they might need to be slicing vertically
Mm-hmm.
because there might be humans still within the Titan's nape because the Beast Titan stated he does state. I went back to make sure he does state when he notices that they're using swords. He goes, "Oh shit! So you've noticed we reside in the nape."
Mm-hmm.
And then he takes one of the ODM and he's like, "This is a curious device," and walks off. And he's like, "Okay, you can move now." And Zach's Titan and everybody goes and munches that one dude.
Yeah.
I love that Titan's still around too. It's the
The
one
Zach
Titan.
Titan.
Yes, the Zach Titan. Little miniature Zach Titan. I want him to stay around. He's also in the intro too.
Yeah. We need a plush of him.
Yes. But yeah, this season has got me hooked. This series has got me. These 2 seasons have got me hooked for sure.
We need answers.
Yes, we need answers, and we will probably, by the time this goes out, we'll probably have a few more answers because we'll definitely be watching before this goes out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we've talked long enough. Is there anything else you want to talk about with the series?
No, I think we covered everything.
Let's. What do you think about the soundtrack? We usually talk about soundtracks, and we
Oh
actually
yeah,
didn't.
soundtrack intros have been super strong. I kind of missed the first one, but the new ones are. I like the mix of kind of like the kind of operatic stuff.
The
Still, they
new
still
one,
incorporate that.
the new one that we're on, kind of gives me a Nino Cooney vibe a little bit.
Never
The
seen
the
that.
Studio Ghibli film video game.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I've seen a little bit of that game. Yeah,
yeah. For some reason, the music gives me that vibe. For some reason, I don't know why.
I remember we tried playing that game one time and we didn't get through it. It's
Uh,
real slow
we
paced.
yeah, that's because it's a JRPG, and that's we're gonna have to take that's we're gonna
A
have to
story
sit
heavy
down
one.
and take time to actually fucking play the story and everything.
I remember the beginning is so boring.
That was Dragon Quest.
That wasn't Dragon Quest. I'm thinking of like the little tiny like the dude looks like he's a Zack character but in a Ghibli world.
Oh yeah. We played like 5 minutes of it, dude.
Yeah,
We didn't get far
but I
whatsoever
also
because I
watched Summer play it too, and there was like 20 minutes of it, and it was still pretty slow in the beginning until you really got into anything. I'm not saying we would never play. I was just saying that game takes patience.
yeah we
Kind of a
definitely
hard
that
step for
it's a
me.
JRPG, so it's a game that we're gonna have to sit back and actually play.
Mm-hmm.
But that's now we're supposed to be talking about Attack on Titan anime.
Or we're closing out anyway.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that was our thoughts on Attack on Titan. By the time this goes out, we would have watched more. The next episode of TooNami Night will probably be on Yu Yu Hakusho season 1.
Yes.
And do not expect any more Yu Yu Hakusho reviews after that.
At the very least, yeah, probably. Unless I just like watch it with Starfish myself.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I might have to Cowboy Bebop live action it.
If you been listening this long, thank you so much. Please like or comment dislike on the video and share it around. Subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell. And go check out some more of our content. We have some Let's Plays. We're actually going to be finishing out Dark Souls 3 here soon. I've decided we are just going to beat the final boss, and we're going to conclude that Let's Play for now.
Yeah.
We
can always come
more,
back to New Game Plus if we want.
Yeah, we have more podcasts to go listen to. We have the Relax Talk, and we have a couple of episodes of TooNami Night that you can also listen to. And we have Loose Butthole Reviews. That is TV show and movie reviews that we post every Saturday.
Yeah.
Do you have an outro that you want to give, Spooge?
In the comments, shit. Who's your favorite Attack on Titan character?
Yeah, who's your favorite Attack on Titan character?
And
That's a good one.
why?
Mine
Write
is
an
Zoe.
essay. Why is it Zoe?
What isn't there to like about Zoe?
Yeah.
Okay, my thing is I like that she's a crazy Titan lady.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing. She's obsessed with Titans.
We like the brunettes in
Uh,
this show.
yes, the brunettes of the show, they nail the brunettes very well. All right. This will be bye-bye.
Bye bye.